welcome back.
Hi.
How are you?
I decided to stay.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay and work it out and stay for the next half an hour.
Excellent. So we're going to go to our relationship roundup. But before that, we had a lot more questions. So many more questions for that guy.
I know. It's always, the interviews are always better between us, actually, but off air, like the stuff that we do off air. So we have to figure out how to fix that.
Exactly. So, all right. So
let's just skip to relationships.
I wish we had a relationship roundup.
We need a cowbell.
Something.
More cowbell.
Yeah. We need Andrew Bowen. Get Andrew Bowen in here to do some voiceover.
Okay.
And give us more cowbell. So there was a survey in women's health. The first thing to notice, what is the first thing women notice about a man?
Okay. Is it a single woman or a married woman? Because I think that would make a difference.
You do? What?
No.
So married women are dead?
No, it just sometimes.
Well, answer for yourself. What's the first thing you notice?
Height.
Okay. Pam, our special guest.
Hello. Eyes.
Oh, you're so full of crap.
No, it's true. No, seriously. That's the
What if
first
he's
thing I noticed.
What if he's looking the other way?
On.
What?
What if he's looking the other way?
Or he has sunglasses on.
Well, I would say most of the time. If it's not that, then it's probably it's the overall face, the smile. It's I think that's your first.
Oh, and if he's wearing a tank
drawn.
top, what he's wearing.
Oh, gross.
Tank top, no tank top.
No rib tank top.
Yeah. Ugh. So I think I noticed the way he holds his. Oh, wait. So let me finish that. Carries himself. Just that. There's just something about whether he walks across the room.
See, a single woman would say how he holds himself. See the difference?
Yeah. Well, all right.
Yeah.
But the survey says the first thing to know that women notice are the eyes.
Oh.
See, Pam, you win.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. I think you're all lying. Lying. Number 2 is a smile. Mm-hmm. Number 3, teeth. Number 4, height. Yeah. Really? I mean, how can you not notice someone's height? It's right there before you can see teeth and smile. What if if he's serious with a face mask on? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. That's why I gravitate towards height.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with you. I believe you.
Yeah.
I think that other women are lying. But almost no women said abs, butts, or other things. Other things.
Yeah, I tend to, I agree. I'm not really, I don't notice that first.
Yeah, it takes me a while for eyes.
Why?
I don't know. It's not the first thing I notice.
Really?
But, yeah.
I think it's the whole thing. I think the way they stand, I think all of that, the way they carry themselves.
Exactly.
So I'm with you.
All right, in other news, if this isn't a reason to give your kid a sibling, only children, I'm not talking to you really.
You're talking to my father.
Only children are most likely to cheat. This is from bustle.com. So take it with a grain of salt, a grain of bustle.
I reject this.
33% of only children are said to cheat.
Why?
In this survey. They say it's because they grew up lonely and needing the love and compassion of others.
Oh.
Or the attention.
Okay.
What do you think of that one, Pam?
It's interesting. I have a family of 4, so I wouldn't know that dynamic, but I wouldn't imagine that would be the case.
Any cheaters in your family? Just kidding.
Don't worry, they're not listening.
We'll sidebar that one. No, but I think that when you're an only child, I would imagine there is quite a bit of attention. So I don't know that you'd be longing for particularly attention per se.
Maybe attention from other people outside of your parents.
Oh, hold on. We have an only child in the room. Peter, is there something that you would like to disclose
there you
to
go.
us?
I've never cheated on anybody.
What?
I'm an only child.
You've never cheated? Have you wanted to cheat because you're longing for extra attention?
No.
Really? So you
Are you in a relationship?
I've been in a relationship for almost 10 years.
Nice.
Wow.
There is hope for my only child son then.
There's hope for all of us. You just don't cheat.
Well, but here's the thing. It's not just only children, because if you have one sibling, all right, so that was 33%. If you have one sibling, it goes down to 14%. 2 siblings, 20%. So that'll give my kids 20% chance, 3 siblings, 9%. But 4 or more siblings, and, I'm one of 13, and Pam, you've got, you have 3.
I
24%. It goes back up. So whether you have no siblings or several siblings, it seems that you're needing, or you could just call this whole survey a
This
crap.
is all stupid. I mean, it's Bustle. What is bustle.com?
I don't know.
where do you find this
But it
stuff?
also says only children are more likely to divorce.
Oh, jeez. My kid is set up for failure then.
Yeah, but they do better in school.
He's going to be smart and successful
Yes.
and lonely, cheating divorcee. Awesome. I got high hopes for my kid.
Match.com is waiting for him. So anyway,
Nice. Okay, so man keeps track, so that we're going to go back to the
moving
single
on.
man again. Okay, so man keeps track of what his girlfriend says in her sleep. The Reddit user Soggy Bricks.
Come on, everyone knows Soggy Bricks.
Samantha, I need more feet. I feel like I have keyboards stuck to me. Give me the flavorful items.
these are the things that his girlfriend Samantha
she say in
says
that
in her
ridiculous
sleep.
voice?
I know. I hope she doesn't sound like
Yeah.
that. So he actually logs these things that she says in her sleep. So have you guys ever heard anything odd in if there was ever,
I have to date myself back to a.
Well, I once dated a guy who was from Wales and he spoke English, as you would, but in his sleep he spoke Gaelic.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or Gaelic or however they pronounce it.
Gaelic?
Yeah. Isn't that funny? So all of a sudden it was like, I mean, I wish we had, this is dating me because we didn't have, cell phones and with recording devices.
See, in the
and
ear
all
out
that.
to Twitter. This is what Jackie does.
So, but I wish we had Twitter back then because I would have tweeted the entire thing. But
There is nothing I don't think that stands out to me that anybody that the one person that I have had a relationship with in my whole life that I don't think so. I think I talk in my sleep. That's weird. I think I do.
Really?
I don't know. I kick in my sleep sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have kids who talk in their sleep, but that's a whole other. Oh God. That's a different
Please
show.
don't have anybody record me when I'm sleeping.
All right, we got to go to break, Kim.
Okay. When we come back, one mom fights the state of California for her right to die with dignity. She is sharing her story with us when we come back on Broadscast on KHTS AM 1220, your hometown station.
Back. That's me. I know. 661-298-5487. Come and talk to us. Hey, we just got a tweet on the
Twitter?
Twitter.
The Twitter?
The Twitter from Nate. Nate. Hello, Nate. He says he didn't get a job once because I was straight. One of the people said, quote, they like to hire their own, end quote. So
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm sorry. I honestly don't think that everything has to be a lawsuit. Everything has to be discrimination. Sometimes it just is what it is. I know.
all right.
I know it's
You
probably
heard it
not
here
very
first.
popular.
You heard it here first. So anyway, 661-298-5487. So guess what? Men fake it.
No way.
It's true. They fake.
I have never experienced that.
This report in the Daily Mail, so it has to be true, says that men fake it to get ahead. 1/3 in the workplace.
Wrong show.
In the workplace.
There's the keyword.
Yeah. 1/3. They did this. Okay, let me go back. Aaron Reed, an assistant professor of organizational behavior at Boston University, studied the attitudes at a high-powered consulting firm. And it shows that 1/3 of the men who claim to work 80-hour weeks only really clock 50 to 60 hours. And they've got some sly strategies happening. The guys, here's the deal. The guys get ahead because they pretend they're working. So they will schedule meetings that are close to home, and they're not less time traveling. And the women are more vocal, like I have to go to this thing at school, or I need to work part time, or And this company supposedly was very family friendly, positive, work life balance. And so the women took them at their word, and have been communicating, and the men have just been kind of like
Lying.
on the side. And there's one team where they all cover for each other, when somebody has something to do.
So basically what you're saying is the men are doing all these personal things and they're saying that they're off at a meeting, or they got dragged into a conference call, or they're somewhere else.
Yeah, they're faking
other
it.
than where they're
and they take calls at night, all hours. And also, I guess this company, you can see when you're signed into email, so they just stay signed in. So it looks like they're working. But there were some men, as well as the women, who were honest about their needs, and they were marginalized, But women, because of their communication, actually, because they asked to work less, make less money and get fewer promotions there. So, I mean, where's the balance there?
doesn't sound like there is much balance there.
But I think that's one of the problems with the workplace now. Is
All those
that,
guys must be single. I mean, only children because they're cheating the system, right? Yeah.
But I think they're outed now at this company because the company's going to be a little more. So, I mean, Pam, you work up in Northern California.
Right.
A lot of hours, working hard. Like,
Yeah.
do you see that there are some people? Are you strategic with where you are?
I gotta say that I'm lucky. I've been in traditional companies where they clock you 9 to 5. They're watching the hours, and there's not typically that type of work day anymore. I think with our company, what I do like about it is that you put in the work, and it doesn't necessarily equate to your hours. They're not
Right.
watching that male or female, and I think it really is about getting the job done, right?
Right.
So that
Right.
team you spoke to, where it's saying they all cover each other. I don't know that, cover would be the right word. If the job's getting done and you're doing it collectively as a team, then you're accomplishing.
Yeah,
what
but
you're
they're
supposed to be-
covering for each other's, like helping out.
Right, but I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That shows collaboration of a team.
Right.
And so as long as they're succeeding at what they're
Right.
being tasked with, I don't think that's a problem.
But there are still jobs where if your body is not in that chair, then, you're criticized or, I mean, as parents too, like Kim, I mean, you have a job, you do a lot of work, but it's you're able to have some flexibility.
Right, but I wouldn't choose to be in a job that wouldn't allow me to have that flexibility because I'm a single parent and I have a lot of responsibilities outside of the place that pays my mortgage. So it wouldn't, I mean, I've been recruited by other places that wouldn't allow me to have the freedom to go about, and I wouldn't feel comfortable lying. I'm a terrible liar.
Right.
So I wouldn't be good at that.
Right.
So I wouldn't opt to stay in a place that would restrict my ability to be the parent I need to be. I also know that is not always conducive to companies. And, I know that there are a lot of companies that are trying to create environments where you can bring your kids in, or they have childcare, or they do, job share, or, a little bit more work at home kind of settings to allow for parents to be parents.
Right.
But if you choose a job, you get a paycheck from it, you're responsible to be there from 9 to 5, you have X things, then honor that. I mean, where's our work ethic? If we're already lying and cheating to get out of it, then who are we raising as employees these days?
Word.
Nobody. I have a very strong work ethic, and so I don't. People that complain about their work situation, then do something about it, or go somewhere else, or
But
just
that's
do
not
what you're
always,
supposed to do.
That's not always the option, though. And there are a lot of jobs and a lot of bosses out there. And if you work in retail or you work in an office and environment that has specific hours, you can't have that flexibility necessarily.
Of course
and whether
not, but you shouldn't be lying. Then I mean, I get that sometimes you have to fib, but. Maybe a doctor's appointment was a little bit longer, and so you're sitting in traffic, so to speak, and so you're just going to go home as opposed to going back to the office. I understand some
you
of
also
that, but
need to know the mentality of the people you're working for.
Right.
Because
no, that's absolutely true.
I mean, I remember I had one particular boss who, if I said, "Oh, my kid is sick," eyes roll, whatever, like the ding, there's like a little
Right.
But if I said my dog was sick, it'd be like, take the week off. I mean, just
Right.
So sometimes I would use my animals, as an excuse as opposed to my other animals, my two-legged animals.
Right. No, listen, I understand that sometimes it's not an option to change the environment that you're in, but I also feel like being deceitful and lying and cheating the system doesn't even give your employer the opportunity to be flexible.
But it's not cheating the system. And you know what? I think it would be naive to act like we could just be ourselves and talk about our limitations and our lives and our need for work-life balance in the workplace. Like in interviews, I never mention that I have children. I don't talk about where I live because in the LA area, it's it could be 2-hour commute, and then they make a decision on that. Like, you have to hide a lot of things. And as long as the work is getting done, like Pam said, then more power to them. And they're getting the promotion. So, you know what? I'm going to join them. So there's that.
I think this company might be hiring, considering they're firing all these people.
Right?
So good luck.
So-
All right. When we come back, we are going to be talking to Christy O'Donnell. She is the woman who is taking on the state of California for her right to die with dignity. Please listen for her courageous battle. We will be right back after the break. 661-298-5487 here on KHTS.